What is good, friends, and welcome back. This is the second part of our match against HBR, Top, S40, G28, and Super Legend. It's a 3 against 5. We play with Kill and Inked Phoenix from server 13. Now, the first part being us, G27, trying to stop Top from crossing the bridge. Our instruction was to block the bridge and prevent them from crossing over, which we did, but this position was kind of difficult. It was a little bit chaotic as there was a lot of action, and all we could do is control the air and prevent any movement. So that's what we did, but I switched position as the block was getting the bridge was getting jammed, and to show some quality footage, I decided to move position where we will be fighting mostly HBR and G28. So this is the other blockhouse, the upper blockhouse, not the one that leads to the bridge, but the other one. If you are familiar with San Francisco, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but the exact location is not important. At this stage of the battle, we're about 1 hour in combat, and as you can see, we advanced forward. We were able to break HBR's defense, and now we are entering the phase where we start to clean base. When you start the assault, you siege base and you break the first line of defense, then it gets much easier as the enemy most of the online bases are gone and they need to recover. Everything else that remains are players that are a little bit less active and the one that maybe not active at this time. So a few bases will jump later on. Now, pay attention. So this guy tried to ambush me. I have a full artillery and one almost completely gone. I will bring my main battle tank to support my artillery, and look at this guy right there. So maybe not the best timing. I failed to counter effectively his assault. Now I'm going to try to... The trick here is you have to regroup. All right? So he's going to try to use 2 units against 1. The issue is my units are a little bit stronger than his. So despite being almost gone, look at this. Look at this artillery. My artillery is not even 2 million power and completely wiped out his full artillery. That's the difference in power with buffs and whatnot. Keep in mind, friends, he got a city title, this player right there, and I do not have a city title yet. As I explained it in another video, when you join G27, and I hope you do, it's a great alliance. When you join G27, you don't get a city title. You need to earn it, and the city title is given based on your last level 4 performance. As I didn't play it, as this is my first level 4, I will receive a city title after. I hope it's a good one. I'm trying really hard to earn my city post. So just to get back with the story, yeah, there you go. So still a big difference in power between G27 and HBR. We have a superior pay buff. I call it the pay buff, but it's the combat readiness buff. Now that the combat readiness buff, friends, for those who are not aware, it's a buff that increase by spending in cash purchase and spending in gold, okay? Most of that. So, okay, while I'm talking, this guy trying to assault my artillery. He thinks that this artillery will be easy to defeat, but he is wrong. So now I have a full main battle tank, and friends are coming to help me out. So yeah, in this scenario, when you break the first line of defense and you're advancing deeper into the enemy line, you have to be prepared for rat tactic. What do I call by rat tactic? Is base dropping behind you and trying to hit your reserves and cause chaos. Now, to get back with the pay buff. So the pay buff is basically a buff that is given to your alliance every time a player spends in cash or in gold. Basically, that's it. So the more you spend, the faster you the buff increase. And I don't know how much HBR have in terms of combat readiness buff, but I know ours is a little bit superior. Okay. So you may not know me as a rally leader. Most of the time I try to play alone with my own units. So I don't play, I don't create army groups most of the time. All right. But in G27 and any active alliance, the benefit of playing or being a rally leader is with this alliance, you create a rally and it gets filled instantly with quality units. So that's the amazing thing with this alliance. Now you will see this army group will populate pretty quick, and the units that I will be in charge of will won't be any joke. It will be serious units. So you see this guy try to ambush me. So I don't know why they keep doing that. It rarely works. Okay, he is way too close, and he won't have the occasion. You see how fast he got ganged up. So now we're gonna take care of this base. I'm gonna light him up, and the artillery will do the trick. So far I only have 4 units, but it will populate pretty quick. Now this base is clean, and look at this group right now. I have 14 artilleries. The only thing I'm missing is most of the time I add a main battle tank to the mix. As you're running a rally, you will see that many bases will try to ambush me, and when you are in charge of one main battle tank in your rally, in your artillery rally, this will help you try to repel any rat tactic. So anybody that tries to ambush you, since the artillery is quite slow to move, and you may be an easy target if the group is getting separated. There's always a faster unit and a slower unit, and depending of the landscape, you may have you may end up, when you reach destination, you may end up like having a line of artillery. So look at this melee right there. So you see a lot of blue units and a lot of red units, but all the red units will start to disappear. Oh yeah. So more blue units come to the rescue. Now they are retreating, and they will come back. So HBR is also on the retreat. The group will separate, and this may not be a good tactic, as when you separate you get a little bit weaker. So now all those main battle tank will finish off that group, and this is the remaining of the group that is fleeing, and we're chasing them down with dive bombers. We do have a lot of players with proper dive bombers, and this helps quite a lot dealing with stragglers. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so I'm gonna keep my distance, make sure I don't stay under a base and eat the anti-aircraft. Okay, so at this point, most of the HBR bases are getting wiped clean, and we're slowly advancing forward. village per village. So this position is leading to their to HBR entrance in the town hall area, where the where the two bridges are. So this is close to this location. Now we're gonna light up this base. It's almost empty. It will be gone quite fast. And pay attention, friends. This is under rain, not a thunderstorm, but rain. For those who are unaware, in San Francisco, if you never played this city before, this map before, San Francisco, the special thing about this map is you have to deal with the weather. So the weather, when it's bad weather, rain, fog, or thunderstorm, the alliance defending have the edge, because the base durability is increased and the village healing increases, as well as the village burning rate. So look at this guy. Now that's why I use, or I like to have, a main battle tank mixed in my artillery group, because now this guy is going to do some considerable damage with this Katyusha, and it's a good BM, it's a good rocket truck, and my artillery is without any protection. So I'm gonna try to keep my distance, but now it's way too close, so I'm gonna advance on this position. Oh, there you go. So E8, one officer's kill. I'm gonna close the distance. I'm gonna prevent him from loading his Katyusha. Remember, the artillery's worst nightmare, or the howitzer worst nightmare, is the Katyusha. His load time is much faster than the howitzer. Therefore, I'm an easy target without any armor protection. So you want to make sure that you have a main battle. So there you go. This is my main battle tank coming in. It's not in the group, but next time I will integrate this tank in the group. So now I'm going to burn this guy. He stands no chance, even during rain. So his base will blow up quite fast. There you go. Revenge. And yes, I put colors in my army group name just to stand out. If you want to know how to put colors in your fonts, in your writing, I will make a short video about that. So Napoli, on our alliance leader, is coming in. He will set up base near an empty village. Oh, so this guy, he didn't want to deal with getting siege. And when I run army groups, friends, most of the time I run artillery group. That's what I like the most. I understand well the tactic, how the unit behave. So I really love managing a artillery group. So this is quite a hard base, but I'm afraid that this base is almost empty. Yeah, there you go. Only 2 units out of 5, so he will be gone quite fast. Poof, there you go. Next target. Okay, so this base is completely empty. That's what happened when you send all your units into army groups, or you know that the enemy is advancing and you don't have time to play. You will just empty your base. Therefore, you will not lose any units if you cannot focus on the game. So now I'm gonna set position near this base. Make sure it doesn't cause too much damage. All right. Yep, that's how quick base disappear with so many howitzer. Yeah, there's a lot of activity in G27. We were prepared for that. We didn't want to miss any minutes of the action, as you know, or if you don't know. this conquest was a farming conquest 90% of the time. So now it's our first moment where we can battle and we're enjoying it. We want to make sure we don't miss out the action. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna try to speed up the action a little bit so you don't fall asleep. He sent out this dive bomber, but we have fighter jet ready. Always, if you're in charge of a howitzer group, friends, you need a fast group for protection, and make sure that you have fighter jets in the area. The enemy will try to bomb you, as it's the most effective way to cause a massive amount, some massive damage. You need to be ready for bombers. Oh yeah, that was beautiful. Boom. Barely lost anything. Okay, so this guy, he's a strong base. So he's not cautious. He's on the move and everybody see him. We have a lot of players looking around and reporting position, reporting enemy position. Now he's on the move. He forgot to forget about the dive bombers. There is a massive group that will assault him, and he will be defenseless as his truck is too close to the mountain. He will not be able to deploy his base. Yeah, he's getting gangbanged now. Make sure when you are playing a conquest, make sure to look around before moving. When you move, you are exposed. And if you cannot deploy your base, if you get ambushed, then it's a game over. All your troops are gone, especially if you're buffed. If you have the barrack extension, you will lose a massive amount of troops for absolutely nothing. This is another strong base. Carney is, I think, he's the strongest player of HBR. It's not Kanking anymore. It's a Carney. So we're going to handle him. But these guys, I think they're lacking experience, as they will start the assault. They don't know this player. He's really strong. And this is kind of a mistake, as they don't have enough troops, don't have enough strong howitzer to defeat this base. So they will lose a lot of reserves for nothing. So they were not ready yet. They should have waited a little bit longer until... You see my group, it's not there yet. If my group was there, this base would be already gone. But they decide to go forward with the attack. Therefore, they will lose troops for nothing. Yeah. So when a sign that it's not going well is when you see the shield dropping slowly, it's a bad sign. It's a sign that it will cost you a lot. It will cost you a pretty penny. Yeah, finally. Friends, the lesson of the day: do not attack a strong base without howitzer. Even though you have a lot of ground units, a lot of helicopters, armor, and whatnot, the best way to defeat a strong base is howitzer. Rocket launchers or howitzer, both works. Well, this is another strong base. That player was in Kill before. If you remember our Conquest in Kill, he was playing along. He's a good guy, strong troops, a real trooper. So we're gonna light him up. There you go. Oh, so he's back. Now, he jumped back in. with a burnout base and only a few troops. That will be easy peasy for me. Poof. So yeah, another brave soldier tried to ambush me. That didn't work well. You just can't ambush such a large group with only a weak base. It doesn't work. I mean, unless you're lucky or the player doesn't know what he's doing. You may be lucky, but most of the time it doesn't work. Yeah, so this guy is quite annoying. He's trying to harass me with his main battle tank as I'm positioning myself to siege that HBR base right there. So this is why you need a main battle tank or an helicopter in your howitzer group. Exactly for this reason. So you're trying to defend myself, and now you see Katyusha. This could be trouble. I want to make sure that he goes away. He stay far from me. Okay, so he will do this mistake. I will try to, I mean, if he gets closer to me with my howitzer pre-charge, then I have the advantage, but now it's not the case. So my position is not optimal, and thank God this base right there, I think it's sleeping. The guy is away from the keyboard, or else he would have attempted something funny, but he's not, so I got lucky this time. So I'm gonna try to position my howitzer right there, so when he tries to attack me, this howitzer will respond with a swift blow. Okay, so it's pre-charging. Yeah, he's gonna disengage. Smart move. There you go. So now I'm in good shape to prevent any attack. Okay, so see how I position my artillery. I will pre-charge those 3 units on a Raven troop. So I will save myself a 4-second load time. Yeah. Okay, I got a light tank helping me. That will be good. So while this guy is repelling the that player harassing me, I will light up this base and deal with it in a timely fashion. So it's all about teamwork, friends. Boom! Oh, there you go. Oh, so this player is active. Yeah, he is online.
Freaking whoa!
Just like that. Yep.
It was awesome.
Now I'm gonna deal with this guy who keeps bothering me. That's fine, no hate. He's doing, if he's bothering me, it means that he's doing a good job, right? So I'm gonna set my units properly, and we have another jumper, and he's a strong one too. And this is what happens when you don't have enough storage for your game replay. Friends, I'm sorry, there will be more content very soon. Stay tuned and I'll catch you on the next video. See ya!